All right, guys, welcome back to Actually Anything. It's the podcast that's actually about anything. And today I have my friend Marco Settineri. How long have I known you now, Marco?
I mean, we've hung out since we were kids. I mean,
pretty much.
It's pretty long. So I think shit, man. I'm 24, so about 16, 17 years.
Yeah,
probably,
just
something
about.
Like
Because I was really good friends with your older brother because we were in the same class. We graduated together in elementary school.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I've basically known you since you were just a child. But I used to go over his house every day, and we would have really good times. We have good memories.
I was a little shit. I still am a little shit.
I feel like so am I too. Can you see Patty? He's in the there you
Patty's
are.
chilling.
Patty, I think it's your first appearance.
Christmas special.
Oh yes. It's is it December 1st now?
Almost.
It is
right?
December 1st.
Is it?
Yeah. So
Good
happy
times
holidays,
flying.
guys.
Holidays.
And I'm glad to just be doing this again. It's been at least over half a year, and I'm mad at myself. I'm disappointed because I've been postponing the show. It's been a big hiatus, but I guess it's better than not doing it at all.
Exactly.
Right? At least I could get one more podcast or maybe two before 2003 comes along. And, I'm excited to have my friend Marco on today because I haven't seen you since when? I seen you at least once this year, right? Or
yeah, I mean, I was here last year for we only saw each other for a day.
Yeah, just for a day, and
that's
because
away.
Marco has been on the road. You traveled all the way to California.
Yeah.
And you got to tell me about all that. I feel like we caught up a bit on what that was like, but tell me.
I mean, it's man, the story's so long, but basically, I just hopped in my car. I got into my Honda Civic 2020.
Never looked back.
Never looked back, basically, and I was I just felt something there was something inside me, and you guys probably know, if you got a burning passion inside of you, or you just gotta leave, and you just gotta explore, and that's what I felt. I felt some wanderlust in me, and I just hopped in my car one day, and drove all the way to LA, and I was really trying to pursue YouTube.
Gotcha.
So I was trying to pursue that. I was really thinking about it as a kid. I always thought about it in college. One of my favorite creators were probably Danny Duncan and stuff like that,
cool.
Pranksters and stuff, because that's what I do.
Yeah.
This is
I mean,
I mess with people.
I love it though. I think my favorite one that you did was when you were at IKEA? Is that what it is? The furniture store? Yeah. That was really funny because you were acting like you were in some rooms, acting like that was your house. I mean, I guess that's what everyone does, but you had your Marco touch to it. And
exactly.
Not a lot of people could do that. When I did my YouTube channel, I was doing more vlogs in the very beginning, and even that, I tried to be as natural as I can, but then I started to notice it's not really what I'm that interested anymore, but it's also, you don't really see them too much anymore too. Because more people are interested in the short video concept now, and to an extent I agree. I get why that's a thing, but I'm kind of disappointed that's the way it's going. That's why you have YouTube Shorts now, even Instagram. It originally started off as photos, just pictures, but now they want you to make reels and short videos.
Well,
Vine, but
it's like TikTok.
TikTok
is really ruining people's attention spans.
It is,
and
it is.
It's really hurting how people think. People can't even sit down and read the newspaper. They can't even they can't even read a book. They can't do anything because their attention span is so quick. And so it's everything has to be shortened down and dumbed down now.
Now I'm one to talk. I guess I'm a hypocrite because I have TikTok. I watch the videos. So I'm basically part of the problem. But but I guess I at least know what's happening. I'll sit on my phone and it'll be late, or it'll be when I wake up and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing to myself? But it's addicting. It really is an addiction. It's horrible. But I guess in a way it's also a pretty. It could be a good thing. It's the way you utilize it. But that's how I kind of get a decent amount of my news intake. I'd rather use social media than MSM, mass social media. Like Fox and CNN and all that crap.
I haven't watched that shit in 2 years.
Good. I like that. You were kind of off the grid in a sense, right, for a minute. Yeah, because it's really just it's bad. But I'm not saying social media is any better, because on social media, you could consume a lot of fake news also.
Right.
But I think times are changing in a sense where we are, in a way, going in the right direction. I think Elon Musk buying Twitter was definitely a good
100%.
move.
Yeah.
I like him. I don't think like everything he says and does is that great. But I think him buying Twitter was just awesome.
Yeah.
He if you want to keep those check marks, you have to pay like $8 a month now.
You know what? That's a good business model.
I think
he's
it is too.
He's going to make a lot of money. It's his company now, so
It's ironic because a lot of the people that are complaining, oh, we have to pay $8 a month. Most of the people that have the check marks usually have money.
Yeah.
So it's like ironic. It's like, oh, like you can't pay $8 though. It's not really.
Ridiculous.
It's not really about free speech. It's just it's kind of like exposing people for being like a little bit hypocritical.
Yeah.
Now I get what the blue check marks for. It's it shows like oh, this is the real Brad Pitt, the real Leonardo DiCaprio, whatever.
Right.
This is the real Elon Musk, whatever.
So can you pay? I haven't really got into it. So do you pay for it?
You don't pay to have Twitter. You just pay like if you want to keep that check mark.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so just the check marks. But like, can you? So like, if I sign on Twitter right now, I can have an option that says, "Oh, I want to."
Well, that's if you.
Or do I need my subscriber count
to
be that much?
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
So it's still like the same thing, but you're just paying a
right.
fee
That's
to keep
that's
it.
it's like Instagram too. That's if you're at that
sense.
point where you earned it or whatever.
Right.
But you know what I just looked at before? He kind of wants to introduce like the Neuralink. I think I'm pronouncing
Neuralink. Yeah, it's when they put the shit in your head. And
yeah,
the
and
wires. I don't know about all that.
That's what I'm saying. He kind of wants to like put that in there.
Yeah, I think humans we're already cyborgs. At that point, like this shit.
That's what I'm saying.
This is literally attached to us, bro.
This is consuming me enough.
Dude, if you wake up in the morning, if I wake up in the morning, I don't have this shit. I freak out. I'm like, dude,
This is now like this is basically putting this in your head.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's worse. It's bad enough that it's in my hand 24/7 almost. I do like him though. I think like he's I think he's like a good billionaire. I'm saying millionaire.
He's better than most of them.
100%.
And you know what I like him?
I think that's why they fear him.
That's true. But you know what I like him? He's got money, and money equals power, and that's it. He's the richest man in the world. He can do whatever he wants.
He is pretty much.
He can buy an army if he wants.
Literally. You know what he was just saying? Because he owns Twitter now. He was talking about how Android and Apple, because he's making a lot of changes to Twitter. He's trying to introduce more of a free speech, but also getting rid of people that are have kind of ruined the app, interfered with like voting and all this stuff. He actually fired a lot of people that worked there.
I like that
because of certain reasons. That a lot of people that had impacts on banning certain accounts like Trump's and other people. So he fired a lot of people, which is great.
And that's why I liked him. I respect him because he's stopping cancel culture.
Yes, exactly.
And that is ruining freedom of speech, what this country has been founded on. And
100%.
What he's doing is good. Cancel culture is terrible. It's like
it is.
I can't, as a creative and as a creative person, I have to limit myself. Like I don't want to limit myself. Like if I constantly have to watch, exactly. It's like comedians. Like they don't when they go on stage, they have no limit. They're good and they don't get canceled. Exactly. Well, sometimes they do. Sometimes if they say something a little bit, but people are so sensitive nowadays, and it's just terrible. And to see a billionaire to go out of his way and literally bring back Donald Trump, put him back on the platform, or like put other people whatever you think about the guy. If you hate him, you like him, doesn't matter. Just bring him back
it's like
and give him a voice.
Like him
it doesn't. It's not the point.
Right.
Like if just so a human has a voice to spread their ideas, and that is what we need. But there's an agenda out there that is stopping that, and he's fighting against it. And you know what? I love him.
So I do. Apple and Android. I have an Android. They apparently.
You got an Android?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I don't know. I've never had an iPhone, and I love these phones, bro. I don't know.
I used to have one of those. Just because the battery life is good on
it is pretty decent. I could I could go pretty much the whole day and not have to charge it. It depends on like how often I'm using it.
Right.
But if I just have it in my pocket, I'm not really touching it.
Yeah.
It might only go down to like 80, 70 something. It's decent.
Yeah, it's not bad.
But speaking about the phones, Elon is considering making his own phone.
Oh yeah,
because
I saw
Android
that.
and Apple are talking about like, oh, we're not going to allow people to download Twitter now. It's not going to be on our app stores. Mm-hmm. So, you think you would get an Elon phone, Brent, if you made one?
Dude, you know what?
Maybe.
I'm so minimalistic, and I keep what I have for a while. I
I'm
don't even get the same my clothes.
I've had this for years.
Yeah, my clothes I have for like a while.
Right.
It's like I don't really give a fuck.
Well,
like, you know
I think that's a good approach to
Yeah.
things. Like if you constantly buy the newest thing that comes out.
You know, they do the same shit.
Yeah,
it's
right.
the same shit.
I agree, but then it just gives these companies more of a reason to keep putting out just constantly. It's like if you don't do that, then there's less of a reason for them to just keep shoving down like new technology down your throat. But people will always do it.
Yeah, like I'll change my phone out. Whatever, I'll change my phone every 4 years, but you know what? I'd lolook at it. I'll see if it's cool. I'll probably meet somebody who has it, and I'll be like, oh.
I'll only change it if it starts having some like malfunction, and then it's like, oh, I have to change it.
Exactly.
Now, you know. But let's go back to your road trip adventure.
Yeah.
What would you say is your favorite part about it?
My favorite part about it.
I know it's very broad.
Just the experience of it.
Yeah.
My favorite part of just traveling on my own.
Great,
dude,
man.
is the freedom of it.
Right.
It's literally like it's insane because I slept in my car. You know, I slept in parking lots and like I did.
There's no shame in that.
I know. I'm not. No, dude. Like I when I say that, I feel good about it because I'm watching people, and I'm like they're always stuck in this routine, and I'm someone who's not a routine person. Like routines are good.
Broke out of the Matrix.
Yeah, that's what it, dude. You know what? Everyone is like, oh, the Matrix. That is a real thing.
I agree.
And you can see it everywhere around you, and just people are just doing the same thing.
Right.
And
the thing was always
see it, and
the
I'm
life, the life you need to have.
Yeah.
Get married, 9-to-5 job, have kids.
Yeah.
It's a different time now. It's first of all, in terms of the economy, it's not really affordable or easy to raise a family anymore. You know, almost like depending on like what job you have, but even if you have a great job, it's still not that simple.
Yeah.
And I've noticed nowadays too, I can see it online, people just don't really want that life anymore. I don't think I do.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
I sometimes barely take care of myself. I don't see how I'd be able to take care of.
You look good. What are you talking about?
Well, it's more for the camera. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot. You know, I don't think I was ever.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to say meant as if it's like our destiny.
I think you're a creative person.
I don't know if I want that kind of family lifestyle.
No, I feel you, and it's just cut and dry. It's copy and paste personalities.
Right.
It's copy and paste humans, and like I don't like that, and I think
either.
you see it too. I think anyone who has a creative way of thinking of them of things, like an artist, they see things differently.
Exactly.
So I think you see things differently.
I would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I think if you look at someone, you'll be like. You know, you could just watch someone and be like, oh, I don't want to be like that. I have a different approach, a different perception.
Well, let me give you an example. In October, I went to 2 weddings, and they both happened to be my best friends. And when I go to these weddings, I'm so happy for them. I'm like, oh, I can't wait what they're going to do. I'm sure they're going to have beautiful kids and a beautiful life.
Yeah.
But as happy as I see them, especially in that moment when they're getting married, I still don't really want that. Like, I'm totally happy for them, and it's a beautiful thing. But it's not for me. It's really not. Like, I feel like I have bigger things in mind. Not that that's not a big change and thing to just have in your life. Marriage is, it really will change your life for the rest of your life.
Of course.
But I feel like I have a different path to follow,
Yeah.
I've never even had a girlfriend before, so I don't see how.
Never had a girlfriend?
No,
Really?
so I don't see where like marriage is gonna fall into place if I've never even
dated a girl.
Yeah. But that's okay.
Well, girls,
I don't really.
No, it's fine.
It's
dude.
okay. Like, I don't really care about it as
It's
much
okay.
anymore. It's just it's whatever,
Yeah,
like,
it's fine. It's not hard. Yeah.
Yeah,
Girlfriends.
It's whatever.
There's a lot of I've had a lot of girlfriends in the past, but like, dude, every single one like I got drained out of my energy. I lost my sense of
sure.
self. But I did have one that was like 4 years, and like it was nice, but then I got cheated on, and I was like, yeah. Heartbreak. Heartbreak is what pushed me out.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's the traumatic experience
anymore, bro. 4
But,
years, you would
but
think
I'm grateful,
like.
Right. I'm
What
grateful.
the hell, man?
I'm grateful for the experiences that I have because I know everything that's happened to me is for a reason. And I think any traumatic experience that you go through, any traumatic experience you go through in life, helps you push you out of your shell. And I think we're like crabs in a sense. Like you got to mold out of your shell. You have to, otherwise you get stagnant. It's like being a lake, dude. If you look at a river and a lake,
I like that.
A lake it grows a lot of algae, a lot of disease because it's stagnant water.
Right.
But a river,
it's constantly flowing.
It's flowing. It's clean. You can drink out of it. There's fucking beautiful flowers growing around it.
Yeah, true.
And that's what you gotta be. You gotta be like a river. It's kind of fucking
go with the flow kind of thing.
cringy,
No, that's not. It's facts.
Yeah,
it really is.
You gotta go with you gotta be a river. You gotta keep flowing, and and going back to the me traveling and stuff. Yeah, that's what I felt like. Because I felt like a lake. I felt stagnant.
Right.
And then
staying in the same place.
But when I got out, I felt like a river.
Man. Good.
Yeah, and then as I did that, I started meeting people. I stayed with this guy. You guys could check him out. It's Nico on the Beat. Awesome guy.
He makes music and stuff?
Yeah, he makes music.
That's great. That's fun.
my YouTube is Magic Marco. I'm probably going to change it because...
I've changed my
definitely
YouTube name like at least twice.
Dude, I'm on the streets. I'm talking with people like, oh, what's your YouTube channel name? I'm like, Magic Marco. I'm like, oh, you do magic tricks? And I'm like,
right.
Oh my gosh, shit, I don't know. I just picked it because it was 5 letters, and my name is 5 letters, and I was like, and it starts with an M, and I was like, all right.
So mine used to be vlogs with FITZ, but I haven't made a vlog in since last year probably.
So back to that? Or
no, it's just FITZ now.
Okay. Yeah. I like that.
Right.
I like that.
Right.
That's cool.
I never necessarily wanted the YouTube name or anything really, just to have like the podcast, for instance. It's called Actually Anything because
I like that. It's cool.
Right.
It's anything.
Right. Exactly.
It's anything.
Yeah, that's why I say in the very beginning, like, don't forget, right? You'll never know what to expect. Each episode's different, pretty much. But yeah, that's how I started feeling my YouTube now because it's I don't do vlogs anymore. It's pretty much, it has a wide variety of different content.
So why'd you stop doing vlogs?
I just kind of got like, I feel like it was more fun when I was doing it in the beginning, but now I'm just like, I'm not really into that. If you see like what I post now, it's completely different. It's like, it's music, podcasts, right? Where I'll make random videos. Like I put a GoPro on my fucking dog.
Oh yeah, I saw that when you went to the lake. That's really cool.
Yeah, right?
And Patty's good. He's a good cameraman.
He is. He's like a little videographer. He holds the camera better than fucking most people.
Right?
Better than me. Better than fucking me. I'm all shaky now. It shakes a little bit on the GoPro, but that's that's just how it goes.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
Yeah, no, I have the lake one was the last one I did. Beautiful place, park. The next one I'm working on, I'm gonna try to post it before the year ends. It's basically a POV of Staten Island where we are from and live, where we're filming this right now.
Staten Island.
And I've been at so many parks, and it's basically a POV of him at all these parks in Staten Island. I got 4 left I'm going to go to, and then I just got to put all the video together and edit it, and I'm going to have the Wanderer song by Dion playing.
Oh, it's cool. Yeah.
And so hopefully, like at first I was thinking, oh, do I have enough footage to fit it in that song, or do I have too much footage?
Staten Island is not really, amongst other boroughs.
It's not. It's the greenest borough.
Literally, no one talks about us.
It's the borough of parks.
Except Pete Davidson has brought us up, and he made a movie about us, and that was basically it.
Right.
But
I just don't like the name King of Staten Island, but in a sense, maybe
it's pretty egotistical,
because
but
he nails like every fucking model and hot shit.
Kim. You got Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, I wouldn't even fuck Kim Kardashian. Fuck her and Balenciaga. Fucking pedophiles, bro. It's a whole other topic.
I heard that. Yeah, we could talk about it. Maybe I'll come on another time.
No, I'm down right now, bro. Like
I don't even know. I don't know what's going on.
I could kind of let you know. And the latest scandal they did was having this little girl holding this bear, a teddy bear, that's in like tight kind of like leather. You know, like when you would have like
a latex,
do kinky
like
kind of
porn
sex
type
stuff.
shit?
Yeah, basically the best
teddy bear.
On a teddy bear, she's holding it. And there's no like they're not even
and
like hiding
what
it
kids,
anymore.
What
It's
kids do? What do
they don't
kids
understand.
like? The kids like teddy bears.
Right.
They like childish things.
They're like taking advantage
sexualize
of their innocence and child mindset, and it's disgusting. That's why like people are so like we're fed up with it, and it's like ruining the LGBTQ community because like they want nothing to do with it necessarily. I follow this page on Instagram they called Gays Against Groomers, and you have these people who are, gay, lesbian, bisexual.
Right.
But they're basically talking about how, like, this, I don't want to really necessarily call out the transgender community, but, like, these pedophiles and groomers are, like,
come after you.
They're taking advantage of, with the transgender community, kind of, to, like, go after kids. Like, you have drag queens. Like, twerking in front of children,
It's overly sexualizing.
Yes. And the parents are also to blame because they're allowing it to happen. They're bringing their children to these drag shows. They have I saw recently they have drag queens reading story times to kids, and like they're pushing this like agenda on children. Let them climb a tree. Let them play video games. Like what are you doing?
Well,
to them?
that goes back to cancel culture, and I think it's very biased. Because they're canceling people like Trump or like Kanye. He's lost billions because of this shit he's been saying.
He's still rich as fuck.
But he's still rich as fuck. But like, you know, like the shit he's saying, he's still got a voice, but they're not like looking at this. They're keeping it behind the curtain.
Perfect example.
Bro,
like
come on.
They're more mad. The media is more mad at Kanye and Trump than they've ever been at Epstein and Weinstein. It's
Weinstein,
like the fuck is going on?
Crazy.
But like Marco said, like they're trying to.
No, my bad.
No. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna even goes back to like what you're saying about you don't want to have a regular family, like you don't want to have like that.
Yeah.
It's hard because the kids are gonna be so focused on all this shit in school and stuff. They see it, and I don't want to see my kid go through that. Like if I'm gonna have a kid, if I'm gonna have a straight up family, bro, I'm not living in a city. I'm not living in the United States, dude.
Agreed.
Maybe I'll live in the United States, bro, but I'll live upstate. And I live in the country, bro. Because, like, honestly, driving through this whole country, the cities are what's killing, like, everything, dude. It's like a virus, bro. It's, like, spreading.
Yeah, dude.
It's spreading like a virus. Like, these cities, we're going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. But if you go out in the country, bro, it's peaceful. It's nice. The people, they say hi to you. They welcome you. They don't have TikTok. They don't do any of that shit. Maybe they do have TikTok, but they don't fucking like spread this shit like people in cities do. And they're just nicer people because and it goes down to human society. I think humans aren't supposed to live in million people tribes. Like we're supposed to be in tribes, but we're supposed to be in tribes of like 100 to 150.
Okay.
And I think that's what all this conflict is coming out of. Like everything, all this over sexualizing kids. Transgender, right? All this LGBTQ pushing, like but like, there's nothing wrong with them. But like, I'm just saying, it's a clash of constant identity crises.
Right.
Constantly, and it's infecting our kids, and it's getting to a point where it's going to be bad because
it's just unhealthy.
Yeah, because those kids are going to be leaders one day.
And
they're going to have a whole different impact on this whole country, and it's really scary.
Yeah,
it's very scary.
It is.
I honestly, I'll go on camera and say I don't think this country's gonna last another I think another 200 years. I'll give that's at the best.
I always like talk about like, oh, you think there'll be another war like where the U.S. is involved?
That, dude.
And I honestly don't think it's gonna be the U.S. fighting another country. I honestly think it's going to be like civil war, and I think that's what's going to happen with a lot of countries. You're kind of seeing it happening right now in China. If that's really what's going on, I saw some guy talk about, oh, what if it's just propaganda to make people think like, oh, we should be uprising anywhere. So now it gives like the government and the military an excuse to like take us down, whatever the fuck, But I don't want to think that. I really think like the Chinese are fed up with their government because they have like one of the most corrupt people.
Communists.
Right. Yeah. Like Xi Jinping, Ping, I think his name is. And they're just communists, and they're just fucking sick of it. And you see all these videos. I genuinely think it's real. I want to believe it is.
What videos? What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, I gotta show you later. But you just have all these citizens, there's a big uprising. Like they're fighting like the police, and they're throwing things at them, but the police are fighting the back, and they don't even give a fuck about. Yeah. Oh, I might die here. I might get arrested for life.
Imagine us.
They're
growing,
just sick of this crap.
Imagine us growing. You know what? It's great to grow up in this country because we have opportunity. Imagine growing up in China, and not being part of the elite class, the political class, or the military class, and just growing up as a regular citizen, dude. They don't even have YouTube, bro. It's like a different version. They don't even have internet. All their internet is blocked. They are literally so trapped, and they're struggling to get out of it, dude. And whatever they do, they just send the military in. And they just kill
that's
a bunch
it's like.
of them.
It's kind of weird that you say that because like, how are they getting all this footage leaked out then? Like, because someone's recording.
Somebody.
There's a way. Hackers.
There's a homie out there that's hacking.
Yeah.
Chinese people are smart, man.
They are.
They get around it.
Extremely smart.
They'll get around things.
Yes. Like I don't agree with a lot of things that go on here in the U.S.
Right.
and like.
But we do have it.
But we do have it very good compared to some other places, 100%.
China, you know.
Fuck.
It's a beautiful country though, you know. Like I looked at some pictures of it. It looks pretty nice. Like I actually want to go explore there. Like
I would like to too.
Yeah, like after I'm done, I did all of the United States, and now I'm like,
right.
I kind of want to go to Thailand, Southeast Asia, because the dollar goes so far with it. Like Thailand, bro, $1 is worth like. Someone's gonna fact check. Someone comment below how much $1 is worth. It's like 30, 40.
Okay.
30, 40, I think. An hour.
Oh,
so like you're 30 times richer. It's ridiculous. My boy went there, and he said it was like he had a blast. Like it was
awesome.
So sick. Yeah.
I have to do more traveling. It's been
you just
6 years like since I've actually been on like a plane and went on vacation.
Really?
Somewhere. Yeah. Like last time I went on a flight was to like Mexico with my parents, and now that's beautiful too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just goes to show a lot of countries, like for instance, like Mexico, China, even the U.S. politically, and not even just politically, just the people that live here that make it worse, whatever. It gives like these places a bad reputation, but that doesn't mean the land itself is the problem. Like there's beautiful fucking areas in China, and Mexico has gorgeous beaches. The U.S. has a little bit of everything. You have mountains, you have beaches, you have everything. Deserts, you have like
crazy.
You have a little bit of everything here, and not a lot of countries have that. Bro.
Dude, the West Coast is so different than the East
Lord.
Coast. It's so different. People wise, and environment wise. I mean, like driving through Arizona. I stopped at the Grand Canyon.
That's great.
Dude. Grand Canyon. If you guys ever go to the Grand Canyon, it's probably the nicest. It's literally the nicest view I've ever seen in my life.
On the way there, would you say that was your favorite stop?
No.
What was your
favorite stop? Personally, it's just my perspective of things. I like mountains.
Okay.
I liked Colorado.
Yeah.
Colorado was by far the most beautiful, like, Colorado. Dude, it was like something out of a medieval, like, Skyrim type shit, dude. It literally was like, it was like gushing rivers going through, like, these big mountains and shit like that. And it was like, it was beautiful. All the people there, they all fucking hike. The girls are beautiful over there.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah, I'm telling you what.
That's why you gotta get in New York too. No offense to like Staten Island girls and just New York chicks.
Nah, they're
like,
fucking. They got caked makeup
evil,
on their face.
Yeah,
they're evil, bro. But they got caked makeup on their face. They're all like fucking stuck up over here in Staten Island. There's some good girls though, you know.
Oh yeah,
there's
sure.
always, but more predominantly. Yeah, Staten Island girls.
In the South, they're a lot nicer too.
Maybe you don't want to say that because then they're gonna look at us and be like,
any excuse.
I don't give a shit, honestly.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't really either. To be
so you never dated a girl. You never dated like you tried like you went on dates like you.
Like maybe one or two, but just I've like hooked up with some girls, but I just never like pursued it much. I just never. It's no one else's fault but
mine.
You
go for the connection. The more personality,
I guess, but sometimes I feel like being like too nice hasn't really gotten me anywhere with girls.
Have you been doing that? Just being too nice.
Yeah, I guess so.
But
I'm not too nice in like a creepy way.
No, but you are a nice guy. Like you're genuinely a nice guy.
Thank you. I mean,
like,
but you are too. But
yeah.
I guess I've had friends tell me you gotta be a little bit of a dick, but like that's just not who I am. At least with women, I don't know, dude.
Just women, they like confidence. They like someone who sticks up for themselves and their beliefs, and they like someone who who they will believe will protect them. You know?
Right,
And that's what
right.
they're going for. Like it just. That's how human.
Maybe me
that's how
being
human nature is.
135 pounds.
Nah.
I was just kicking to fucking protect me.
Dude, I've versed people in like jujitsu and like in even like sparring people that were your size, bro, and I almost got my ass kicked multiple
Yeah, see,
times.
it's not always about the size.
Like,
It's
dude,
about the technique.
It's
you know?
the technique, and it's the confidence in knowing that you're gonna beat someone.
100%.
And seeing that and imagining you doing that.
I would like to learn Muay Thai. There's actually a Muay Thai
Muay Thai's
gym.
great. Really?
Right on Bay Street, like a couple of minutes from my house. Like it's really close.
That's cool.
I've been considering it.
Yeah, you should do it.
There's one of my friends in the neighborhood here. He goes to it maybe a couple times a week.
Yeah. That's all you need.
Yeah.
I think 2 times a week. Honestly.
I got the reach, you know. I may be a skinny, bony man, but like I got the long reach, man.
You got the weapons, dude. You just gotta learn how to use them. That's it.
Yeah, Muay Thai's pretty
Look
cool.
at this knee, dude. You got hit in the head with this knee.
Right?
You know what happened?
Yeah, look out, bitch. But like knowing me with my fucking bony ass body, like I'm gonna get a good shot with my knee, but then I'm gonna be like limping after,
You won't feel it.
Like
the adrenaline's gonna be pumping. You're gonna be like,
Family
Guy. You won't feel it. I like fighting, dude. Like I don't want to say like I'm not one of those guys. There's some guys that go to a bar and they'll fucking like choose a fight. They'll be like, I'm gonna get in a fight. I'm not like that.
No,
like,
that's
I'll
good.
defend myself. But like when I'm in there, it's like a strategy.
It is.
It's like the art of war. It's a strategy.
And there's so many different types of martial arts, and it's a beautiful thing. It really is. It's an art. We've had this for like centuries now. You know, like
of course.
I always thought like the art of kung fu was like cool, you know. Yeah. I don't think I would particularly like go for that to learn it, but like the style of it is very like there's so much lore to it. Also, it's like a fun. It's cool, but like people who have been studying kung fu for years, I'm sure they could kick like plenty of MMA fighters' asses, you know. So like it depends on the. Just how long? I don't know. I know I'm not an expert at
Kung Fu artists, it's like watching those movies and it's like...
Yeah, they hype it up, I guess, a bit.
They fucking will kill anyone, bro. But like, street fighting, bro? You're literally, bro, like, they'll fucking throw a piece of fucking concrete on the floor at you. Like, they'll fucking, like, do anything around.
Everything is just like guns and knives now.
Yeah,
it's like,
you
not that
really...
it's just a new thing, but it's just...
Right.
There's no...
You don't want to...
Like, what happened to just fist, you know? Like, why does
everything
have to be
honorable shit? Like, it's got to be honorable. Like,
it's like, I win by killing you now. That's how it is, and it's terrible.
Yeah.
You know, we live in New York, and I was just telling him, because he hasn't been here in a minute, but, like, the crime is just bad. We have a horrible mayor now, Mayor Adams. He's just, like, de Blasio 2.0, just a different skin color. You got to go on his Instagram. The guy is just, like, all for, like, photos and, like,
oh, it's a politician.
We call him Mayor Hollywood, you know?
Yeah, they're all the same.
He's just like an asshole. No, really, but it's just like these people don't give a fuck about any of us. It's just all about like their popularity and money, and it's but yeah, I was telling him because like
egos,
they're not taking care of the crime, but they want you to think it is. But
egos.
Yeah.
Big egos.
Right. I'm thinking about getting a taser, you know? At first I was like, oh, should I get like a knife or something? But I don't necessarily want like a lethal weapon, you know? Because like, look, I'm not really trying to kill somebody.
I'm saying protected. Like, I got a gun. I got 5 guns.
There you go.
I got 5 guns.
It's just, it's in these liberal cities, they don't like, it's tough.
Yeah, you gotta go upstate.
Yeah,
upstate New York.
For real, Florida.
Florida's actually a great state.
It is. I kind of.
No sales tax.
It's like
nice.
The end goal, maybe live there. But that's what a lot of people end up doing. You live in New York, you go there. I guess it's the retirement plan. I don't know, but.
I can see you living in Miami.
Not that I want to go to Tampa instead.
Miami
could be a little too ratchet from what I've seen.
They got the Cuban
especially
girls,
around
dude.
fucking spring break.
Yeah.
Big yikes.
Hey, it's Content Central, bro.
Good point. Yeah, you see,
you
maybe
film anything.
Maybe it would be good for us then. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know, now that you're back, we were talking about how we want to make a lot of content together. Maybe comedy specifically, or just, you know, I specifically like to focus on photography more than anything, so we could do cool photo shoots.
Yeah.
One of the last videos I posted on my Instagram, I used a smoke bomb, Halloween creepy kind of, it wasn't scary or anything, but I just had the smoke bomb. I carved the pumpkin, put the smoke bomb in there, took pictures, got a cool video of it, and I like doing that. But I have four more smoke bombs left, so we could
do something
cool.
With that. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
I have 4 more
See,
left.
my mind,
so.
I'd be like, yo, what if we put that in public?
And
someone just walks by it,
panicking.
Someone
and
just
go
like,
over.
oh shit.
Yeah.
No, actually, maybe not a bomb in New York.
You know where I did it? I went into the
9/11
woods
2.0.
and did it. Even there, when I was in the woods where there wasn't too many people walking around, even there I was like, oh, should I do this?
Scared?
Are people gonna be?
Dude, I'm down
But
to
I did it.
around
Fuck it.
with
I was like, nah,
explosives.
it's whatever. They don't last very long, and maybe only last like
just
3
like
minutes.
A fun bomb,
Yeah, so you gotta take your pictures fast. You have to know exactly like when you're ready to do it, and then make sure you have it set up.
Well, that's why when I came back and I hit you up and I was like, I had a cameraman out in LA and I was like, dude, we can definitely do something. Like, this is
absolutely.
I like the podcast. I want to do more of these.
This is just the beginning of our content.
This is it. This is the beginning.
Together, yes.
I think we'll get you out, like actually confronting people and like talking to people out in like Brooklyn.
Cool.
Talking to some Brooklyn people.
Yeah, I'm down.
And we'll
Go
pick
to
like
Williamsburg, maybe.
Yeah. Have you ever watched New York Nico?
Yes, he's great.
That's the type of stuff I like doing.
He really built like an empire on that. I don't know.
Dude, it's nice because like I started filming like him. Like I went to Pastosa's in Brooklyn and I was filming.
Yeah.
Like while I was in there and I was like just get the real reactions.
I liked how you had the mic on the wooden spoon. Like that was.
Oh yeah. I still have that mic, so we can use that.
Those mics are good, so you can film from a distance with the mic on your shirt.
Yeah. So you can be far away, and then you can just be like.
Yeah, you see,
I
think I'd be better because I'm like better with the camera. So like I think, and I feel like you're better at approaching people.
Yeah.
So we could just keep it the way it's been on your channel,
whatever,
Switch
it's gonna
things
evolve.
Up. Yeah,
it's gonna evolve.
We'll do things based on like we'll post like your style on your channel, and then we'll do things a little differently on my channel.
Cool,
too,
dude. Yeah,
so we're changing it up, like
Exactly, dude. And no, it's gonna be sick, dude. I already know. I already see the vision of it. It's gonna be really cool.
100%.
And you know what? Us going out there. Think about all the opportunities we're gonna get. Like, when I was going out there,
it's just a good way to meet people.
Dude, when I was going out there in LA, literally a bike shop owner came out of her shop, stopped what she was doing, walked up to me.
What are you doing? Like,
no, she was like, "What are you doing with the camera?" Like, I just opened my shop. Can you help me with marketing? I'll pay you $500 a month.
Why? Yeah.
With one person.
Oh, that's so
Imagine
sick.
if we go to Brooklyn, bro. We can get like 100 people.
We could just drive right over there.
Yeah, we could get like 100 people. That's how business starts.
If you have a mic on your camera, you're already like, oh, who's this guy? Like, or a tripod. All you gotta do is bring this setup like this, and everyone's just like, what the?
If we film, I'm gonna let you see my camera and like that mic on top of my camera would be pretty cool. Like I have one, I'll show you, but it comes off the side. It's like it's a Rode mic,
right?
But it comes off to the side. It has like a little fuzzy on it.
Okay. I have this 300 millimeter, so I could be like a distance away, and we could just. I don't have to be too close to you while we're filming. Just kind of like how you guys were doing it.
Dude, so like it's super exciting, bro, and like I'm so down for all of that.
I think there's nothing to lose because this is the future. This is how like a lot of people are just making a living, for the longest time now. I feel like YouTube kind of started all of it. I've talked about this on plenty of podcasts before, but there's no reason really not to, especially if you kind of already have the right idea of what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I mean, like literally, influence is humanity's currency.
For sure.
People look up to people who have influence, and it's like they want to be part of it. So it's like it's the new currency, clout. That's sad to say, but like it's just the new currency. The more clout you have, the more opportunities you have.
Some of it comes with a price. You see a lot of these people just making complete fools of themselves, and they get a little fame for a bit, and you see it more on like TikTok, and they think, oh, this is it. People are following me, this and that. But sometimes, usually, it only lasts for a bit unless like you're actually putting out something like entertaining. But yeah, you have these there's like a term for it, but like one and done, I guess is what I'm trying to say. You have something going for a bit, but then people realize like, oh, you were funny in the beginning, but now you're just like an idiot. We don't care
That's
anymore.
when the goal. What goal do you have? Like, what is your goal?
What's the end game?
When you get to the top, when you have influence, what are you gonna do with it?
Yeah.
Are you gonna?
So it becomes too much for certain people, and I feel like I hope that doesn't happen to us, but
no. Like what I'm gonna do with
if we ever even get there.
No. I believe that if you start a team, and I did this in LA, the first week I got there, I got a cameraman, I got everything, but we all knew that we rise each other up and we bring everyone together, and we all go up together.
Great.
And I like doing that. Like,
it's a team effort.
It's a team effort, and you really, like, I'm a positive person. Like, I'm fucking positive, but I'm real too.
Yeah.
Like, I'll tell you, like,
Good.
this is like this. I'll tell you what's up, what's that, you know, like a New Yorker, like a Staten Island.
Right.
But like, I'm your friend, and I'm always gonna be there.
Yeah.
I'm always gonna raise you up, because if you do good, I do good, and then we both do good. Then we help other people around us. We can bring a team in. We can get an editor, another guy.
Yeah, guaranteed.
And that's how it works.
I'm the same way too. I'm completely real. I don't really have any filter. I've had friends say that to me. But yeah, like, especially with my friends too. Like, I don't like trying to hide who I really am. Like, if you're real with me, then I'll be real with you. But sometimes you start to realize who people actually are. Yeah, and that's kind of made me lose some friends. And maybe in some ways I was in the wrong, but
it's
maybe to me I felt like they were in the wrong. But of course, like, you know, they're gonna feel the same way.
Yeah.
But I also, like, don't like the whole grudges, especially if it's with a friend that I like. So I've made amends with a lot of people too. But
that's good.
Yeah, it's not good to hold them for the rest of your life, especially if it's someone you once were just great friends with.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just how it is, man. But we anyone could be unique in their own way. You know, like you go on some people's channels, YouTube pages, TikToks. Yeah. Everyone can be different. The only thing I don't like about TikTok, a lot of people tend to do the same trends. That's what I don't necessarily like about TikTok. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've done that too. Jumped on bandwagons. Everyone's using the same audio. That's annoying. Or just doing the same shit. There's not much, like I said, like, uniqueness on some of these apps anymore. But I like to focus more on, like, you know, you do stuff. Oh, this is my way. This is Marco's way. I like to film or take certain photos in a way that's like, oh, this is FITZ's photos, you know? Like, but, you know, there's so much different content out there, it could be hard to stick out, you know, because, like, a lot of things have already been done before. So it's not like it's necessarily a bad thing to get influence on what other people are doing, but just, in a way, try to add your own little touch to it.
You know how I avoid that? I just don't watch other people's content.
There you go. That's good.
I literally do not watch anything, and I just stick to my own boat, and I just keep doing, because then I'm not getting influenced by it. I'm not, like, I'm just in my own brain, and I'm just like, okay, I think this will be cool for the people, for humanity, and stuff like that. Maybe people will learn from it, and I'm really trying to get, like, some kind of knowledge out of, like, my content, and I give it to someone, because, like, we have to be teachers. If you have influence, you have to be a teacher for the masses, you know, for the kids. And, like, when I was in
especially
IKEA,
these kids, man.
Like, dude, when I was in IKEA, these kids came up to me and they were like, "Oh, Mom, look, it's a YouTuber. look," and they came up to me and
oh,
like, "Oh, you're a YouTuber."
Cute, bro.
Gave me a hug and stuff like that. Yeah? And they really look up to people like that.
They do.
So it's like we're their heroes. And,
for real.
And because think about it, when they're babies and they're growing up, what do? They get an iPad and they sit there. So they're going to be seeing us.
And this is exactly why, like, a lot of people, especially, like, my one good friend, Vinny, we're so, like, we have no filter when we're trying to, like, tell people on Instagram. Like, we'll share all these things about, like, these disgusting-ass pedophiles just, like, doing these things, these creepy-ass things to these kids. And we're just, like, because we don't see a lot of people that we follow doing it. So I get it. You know, like, I'm not saying they have to, but I just like to push it out there as much as I can, because I think, like, even if you've already seen me post something like that so many times, like, you still need to know what's happening, because you might forget about it. I think about it every day because it's a real problem, and it just needs to come to a stop. But I think, like, the time is coming, and we could 100% stop these people. The uprise is coming, you know? Like, I don't know, man. I just, like, this.
Just don't waste so much energy on that.
I know, because it stresses me the fuck out.
It's a lot of energy.
It is. It's just depressing and horrible. But, like,
it's because
it's been going on for so long. But it's just like they're not, like I said, like before, they're not even hiding it.
There will always be another one. There will always be another.
The time is gonna come, bro.
I know. I hope, dude. I hope so too. But the way you beat it, is just focusing on yourself and building something positive, something so bright, so light that people look at you and they're like, it's a beacon of hope, like a lighthouse.
Right.
You know, and they don't have to focus on the dark anymore. And like,
yeah,
it's good to fight the dark wherever it is. And like I'm one who advocates for that too. Like,
you know, being from Staten Island,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna end this soon, but
Yeah,
being
yeah,
from
yeah.
Staten Island, Wu-Tang
really,
is from
it's pretty
here,
long.
right? Wu-Tang is from
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
And
yeah.
one of their catchphrases is Wu-Tang is for the children. You know?
Yeah.
They may talk about a lot of like violent stuff, but one of their mottos is like Wu-Tang is for the children. So like they have a lot of love and care for like making sure like the kids are safe, protected, like they have good lives ahead of them, and I respect that. You know, they're just like overall great influencers, and you know. Yeah, and I think like most musicians should be
Wu-Tang's
like
the
that
shit.
instead of talking about like all this sex and
Don't
like,
follow into these pits if you're a musician out there. Like, I've
Right,
spent a lot of time with musicians, and they fucking talk about like killing each other and all this shit. It's like kids are watching it.
yeah, or like
watching
they'll
this.
have some of these performers at shows like do these like nasty
Yeah,
ass
yeah.
things when like there's kids
I
from
know,
families
it's like porn.
watching this.
It's like stripping.
Right,
you know?
right.
Yeah.
But yeah, on that note, I just want to thank you for coming
Yeah,
on.
man.
We
It's great.
tackled a lot of topics today. I'm glad to have started this again. It's been so long. And you know, when I talk about these things, and I've said this in a lot of podcasts, I have a lot of hope for the future, but I'm also concerned. But I think there's always a light at the end of the tunnel.
Me too.
You know, especially in this life, because it is very beautiful despite like the horrors that do take place. But that's not why life exists. You know, like there's plenty of reasons to be happy, and I think Marco and I also stress that enough too. There's plenty to be thankful for.
Yeah.
Especially for us too.
Oh,
you
of
know,
course.
like we almost like don't even have like a right to just say our lives suck or this or that when we're upset, when there's a lot of people out there that are struggling, you know,
You're right.
in ways we can never imagine. But
You're right.
but yeah, you know, on that note, again, thank you guys for
Yeah.
watching. It's my boy Marco.
Thanks, guys.
We have a lot of
Check me
content
out.
on the way. Yeah,
Yeah.
right now your channel's Magic Marco.
Magic Marco,
It might
yeah.
change, but I'm gonna plug his channel in the description. So thank you guys for watching.
Thank you guys. And wait, I am really grateful for this. I made the sandwich.
Yes.
Dude, you gotta show the sandwich.
Okay,
Because
okay.
I did a lot of like,
Patty, look, he was asleep.
Alright.
Oh, food? Like, there it is.
we got
Prosciutto.
prosciutto,
Tomato.
mozzarella, no tomato, sun-dried
the
tomatoes,
mutts.
some olive oil in there. I'm grateful for this.
Tell me he's glad to be back in New York without telling
That's
me.
what I'm saying, dude. Some
Yo, I gotta
gabagool.
try this, damn.
All right, man. Let's end it. Let's do this.
Woo!